right, guys, I'm at, well, you're gonna say wreck. They're like, no, I'm actually at the Elite Force booth here, Umarex SHOT Show USA 2020. This is the 8th year of the show, really. All right, so first off, there's something called Rec. I know it's in Airsoft, but this is like their foam dart guns. So they've got a pistol and a rifle platform. It actually shoots harder and farther than the Nerf platform, but uses compatible darts. Kind of something cool they're getting into. So if you like are into upgrading the Nerf guns, these are kind of like pre-upgraded, ready to go. CO2 powered, made by a great company, actually does a lot of Airsoft stuff too. Got some new stuff on the wall here. A lot of these are gonna be some old familiar faces, but we're gonna look at Smith & Wesson because now the Smith & Wesson license is living squarely under the Umarex house, and that means Elite Force is gonna have it. You do have the standard MP9. That's something you're gonna normally see, just the bog standard one that's been kind of out for a bit. It's gonna be loved and redone, so you're gonna have that extra QC slapped on it. So some of the previous issues we've seen with that platform, like for example, like the slide release mag, things like that, that people have maybe had some complaints about in the past, are all being fixed, which is good news. They've got a new tactical version here on it with some ports. I don't know if you can try to get some, there you go. That's get the lighting so you guys can see the ports. And then the plate here on the back. So that's kind of like a different version of it. It's coming out as well. Then they have a KWC, which is gonna be these two. They've got the MP40 and the MP9L. These are gonna be the CO2 powered versions by KWC. So a little bit, just a little touch less expensive than the other ones. And if you wanna go with the CO2 platform versus Green Gas, which are those two, which are actually OEM'd by VFC. So Green Gas, VFC, let me actually get that. So Green Gas, these two, this is KWC, and that's KWC. So those are what are new on this wall. I'm gonna change hands because it gets tiring. Over here, we're looking at some new Glocks. We got a couple of them going here. Over here is the Gen 5. Let me get close so you can get close in. That's the Gen 5 G17. That's gonna be the new one coming out soon. The extra flare on the mag well down here, a couple things. So if you have a Gen 5, this is gonna be the one, I think it's kind of like the newest of the new. G45, that's gonna be new. This is the Gen 4 version on the G45. On that actually, is it Gen 4? I think it's Gen 4, yeah. On that one. And then we got these two, which we're looking at a Gen 3 17 and a Gen 4 G34. These are the VFC Deluxe. Now, all four of these are VFC made. These are the VFC like Deluxe version. What we're looking at here are internal steel component upgrades. So we're actually looking at reinforced, because if you look at these base plates, these are CO2 powered. See if I can strip a mag with my left hand. CO2 mags on these, and they're putting steel parts in to handle that. So that way you're not just putting a CO2 mag into a green gas gun and you're dealing with overpowered situation, and you're gonna have kind of like a longevity and durability issue with that. So they're actually reinforcing those. Inside we're seeing steel parts, hammers, upgraded springs, things like that. Over here in the long gun section, first one's here, we're looking at a 416D. What you don't know is this is KWA Gbbr, US approved, ATF approved, Gbbr on this one. In fact, spin it around. You guys can see the bolt there and all that. So this is the gas blowback rifle. This thing's heavy. That rail and the barrel they're using is really heavy on the front end. So now you're gonna have a 416D Gbbr option for the US. Actually, it's gonna be for global Europe. You're gonna see it as well. I saw a tease of it at IWA show last year, but now it's official and out and released. You're gonna see this stateside and everything else. Also over here, we've got some of the actual Mark 18 series. You got the, of course, the Mark 18, the Mod Zeros, the Mod 1s, and then you got the old school. Check it out. So like SOCOM, the old school is the cool one. So this is your old school. By the way, all three of these are VFC made. So I'm just gonna kind of squeeze in because this is cool. Sorry for the shaky hand, I'm just doing this on the cell phone. That's gonna be the new one. This right here, this barrel is actually a barrel extension. So you can take that off and shorten it down. No, it's okay. Thanks, everybody. I love, like, hey, can I help you film? I just do the selfie cam thing, it's great. Oh, Destin shirt, I love Destin. Anyway, wait, I'm gonna make, in the shot, I'm talking about his shirt. He was being nice, trying to help me film. So on that, we got that. Also, if you guys remember from the MOA show, some of the stuff I've covered in Taiwan, this is the Samurai Edge. So this has got all the goodie parts in it, the optical trigger sensor and all the new stuff. That's kind of it. And that's super light. Also new styling on the receiver. So it's not just like a bog standard receiver on that. Moving on, we got the MP5s. Oh, one thing here quick. Also, a lot of VFC, lots of VFC coming out of here. Gbbr, this is the Navy version with the rail on the front. So check out the front, that's the big thing. the tri-rail instead of the flip down handguard. That's kind of like, that's the AEG. This is the Gbb from VFC. The biggest news is, because it actually feels a little heavier, metal outer barrel, and that's something everybody's complaining about. The first gen did not have it. A plastic outer barrel, and then when you glued the orange tip on, you could never get it off. 14mm threads. So now you have standard threading and a metal barrel, so you can take the flash hider off, you can put any suppressor on, any new flash hider, all that, so it lets you have that option. And that was probably the #1 complaint, especially for the US market, for that platform, the Gbb being a plastic outer barrel, and you had that issue where you never could get that flash hider off because it was a metal one and it had to be glued on. Moving on, these are their CQB or their CQC series. These are the new ones. They're replacing all the other SKUs, all the other models. These are both made by Aries. These are both the new Aries gearbox inside. I think it's Gen 5 now, so it's got the smart Aries gearbox. They have a polymer M-lock rail, kind of a short and a medium length one. This one has a sound amplifier on the front. Both of these are under $200 US. I think they're like around the 180-ish mark. Don't quote me exactly on the price when they drop, 180, 190, but under 200 US, which is a big number. So now you can get into a full Aries, like the high-end gearbox without having to go to something like this down here, like the Honey Badger, that. So you have all the Amoeba systems. What else? Oh, they're still keeping the CRF, which is kind of a popular model for them. And the ASO2 is gonna finally be out in the sniper rifle from the Aries line. They have the ASO1s here, and then if you already invested in an ASO1, fear not, you can get down here and get all the parts, including the short barrel, which is right there. They have the long barrel if you wanna buy the short one. They've also got all the components in here, the M-lock handguard, springs, and the short inner barrel. So if you wanna make the conversion over, you can do that. So that's everything we're looking at from the Elite Force booth, SHOT Show 2020. And if you guys have any questions, let me know what you guys think. If you saw something in the background that maybe I didn't get a good talk on, and I'm gonna be reading the comments because I'm gonna be coming back later on the week and doing full-on videos on individual products based on what you want to learn about in this. So let me know. So more semi-live from the show here at SHOT Show 2020. Let me know where I should go next, what booth, and what I should be doing a video on from the Elite Force booth here. And I'll see you guys in the next video.